Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie or Shisha at Scrapper. So today I am back with my November layout share, and I have a special guest joining me for the beginning of this layout. So if you watched this process video, you know that November was Epilepsy Awareness Month, and my oldest has childhood absence epilepsy, and we have good news. So he's gonna share a little bit about his journey real quick before we dig into the layout. So at the end of October, we spent 24 hours in the children's hospital. He had a 24-hour EEG. This one here was just a couple hours, and yeah, and then we were out of here. So this is kind of gives you a glimpse of what he had to go through. He had all these wires on his head for 24 hours. Luckily, they are portable now, so we were able to get up and move around and go to the playroom. So tell us about your experience. What was one of the good things, or what is good now, I guess?
The good thing were that it came back clear and that they were tracking my brain the entire time, so me and my family could see if I was having any more, if it was clear. But the bad things were that in the beginning I had to go through all that crayon getting put on my head.
So he asked what this was. He hadn't seen the pictures yet. So this is just markings. It's not blood. It's like a crayon that they draw on his scalp with to know where to put the stickers. And he does not like that. It hurts. It's kind of like a kind of gritty because they want to get the oils off to make sure they stick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They also put like some sticky, like not glue but like paste on. And that's what they attach the wire onto.
Yep.
And when they wrap my head, sometimes when they take it off, it gets my hair
caught in it.
Yeah. So it gets caught and then it starts pulling.
Yep, he is we feel very blessed. He started medication in the spring, and when we got to maintenance dose, it took care of his seizures right away, and now we just get to hang out for 2 years on the medication and then hopefully start weaning him off of it. So he's doing a little dance party. He has been a trooper through it all, and we're just so proud of him. So I wanted to make a layout documenting how brave he's been through it all. So this, I just use purple is the color for epilepsy, and so I wanted to use as much purple as I could. And luckily, the Sawyer collection and the Life's a Hoot collection had lots of purple, so I will do some journaling about our experience underneath here. He said his experience was neutral. So, which is fine. I mean, a hospital stay is not always fun and games, but we did make it through. So thank you, Jackson, for your help. We appreciate it. All right, so back to the layouts. Like I said, I just kind of used up some scraps. This was already ripped, and so I just kind of staggered those pieces around the outside and had this thick strip through the middle of the page. So while we were in the hospital, so technically I did these this one and a 2-page layout in October. But like I said, we were in the hospital for 24 hours, and so I decided to take some scrapbooking stuff and scrapbook. So these ones I did actually in the hospital. This is the Good Life collection from Close to My Heart, and just did lots of different layers with the papers in the collection, and then the wood grain pieces are the embellishments from that collection, and just added some of these stickers as well. Kind of want something in this space, but I think I'm just going to leave it and just be okay with it. So then I actually did a 2-page layout while we were in the hospital. So lucky for me, I had actually already stamped some pieces. So this place and the camera were already stamped and cut out for me. So I had a little bit of extra embellishments So yeah, I just kind of have most of the photos just across the page, and then I had some picture my life cards. So I actually used 1, 2, 3. This I believe was on one as well, so that would be 4. I just fussy cut that one. Again, just had to kind of make it more on the simple side because I had limited space, I guess. It was a little bit challenging, and I made a rookie mistake by not packing extra tape. Don't do that. If you are scrapbooking, don't forget extra tape. I was so bummed. I had so much more time. I could have scrapbooked, but it is what it is. I got these 2 layouts done, so I guess that's better than nothing. So that's what I did at the hospital. Now we'll get into some. This one here has a process video. This is the new Farmstead Harvest collection from American Crafts. I had a large leaf cut file and just did the smushing technique behind it, and then some splatters on top. I have places for 3 3x4 photos on the bottom, and then one kind of, so the leaf was geometric on this side and then just plain on that side, so I kind of covered that up, and then added kind of a cluster of leaves behind there and my title, and just really like the way that this one turned out. This here is the Gnomes for Winter collection from Close to My Heart. So use some stamps, some dies, finally use my new Close to My Heart colored pencils. Those are new, I think this Essentials catalog. So this is what the colored pencils are. I have a bunch of the tri-blend markers and have yet to kind of play around with those. But I figured colored pencils I am more comfortable with and feel like I will use them more. So all I did is kind of color in the scarf and the hat and then the nose. But like the way that it does add some color to that. Again, just the kind of flags across the middle, broken up with this periwinkle strip, and then the striped paper down, a little bit of a journaling spot here, and did this right on the page. That is part of the Gnomes for Winter stamp set. I think that's the only one on here. These snowflakes are from a die set from last year, but then I also have these acrylic white snowflakes, and those are from the Gnomes for Winter collection as well. Another 2-page layout using that same collection. This one here, I did some stamping and some blending, so I could just place my photos right on the page. This here, I love the stamp look of this, and so I backed it so it stood out from my page a little bit more. Did some more stamping too. I believe the mitten and the toboggan are from the stamp and thin cut set. Flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. This one here, another flare. I don't love this. I'll probably make lines for like a string. Just seems too plain. I wish I would have blended behind the banner, I guess. It's too late now. These stickers are really sticky. But yeah, that's another one from that Gnomes for Winter collection. And that is still available this month as well. So I'll try to link that down below for you. This one here combined quite a few different Simple Stories collection. The main one kind of being Boho Sunshine. This frame was from a different one, and so I covered up what title was on there and added my own title. Added some floral clusters kind of to frame in my photo a little bit. This was in Florida, so I wanted to add that sunshine. Part of me wants to do or add and sunshine, good vibes and sunshine. I don't think I will, but that was kind of my initial title idea there. This one here is the Hey Handsome collection, along with some pieces from my stash. Just staggered my photos down the page, added a picture of my life card, and cut this one out of a picture of my life card as well. Added some black acrylic stars from the collection. These here, like the film strips, I got from a Not Just for Boys kit, I believe. And then another flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. This one here, is, oh, maybe Happiness Lives Here. This is an older one from last spring, but it was great for gardening, and I kind of followed the scrapbooking workshop, but then made it my own as well. So I got the idea for the background here, and then this kind of continuing over on this side, and then these kind of semicircles down the page, and some of the embellishing clusters too I got from the scrapbooking workshop. Let's see, I did actually have a couple of pieces from Goldenrod from One Canoe 2. So these seeds and then this puffy strawberry matched perfectly. So then I added more seeds in these puffy strawberries from that collection as well. This one here, these triangles are actually from the Trees bundle set. These are the thin cuts, and I just decided to use them as the triangles, just to kind of showcase how versatile they are. So just did a bunch of them coming down behind my photo, and then different sizes, widths, lengths of some papers to the side here to fill in that space. And added a cluster at the top and a cluster at the bottom. Again, a couple of flares from Scrap and Happy Studio. This one is a mini, and this one is fun. It like peeks out. So the bottom is actually white, and so it kind of peeks out from the embellishment. This one here is quite a few different Simple Stories collections too, and I think this blue paper might be from the Sunkissed Cocoa Vanilla collection. So just have my two photos here, and I don't know, really wanted Beach Bum for my title, so I found a font that I could kind of alternate fun colors, added a tag as kind of a base for my font, and then did kind of a cute scene on my tag. Added kind of another scene at the top, and then the cluster over here, and filled in this space at the top with two tags as well. And I like the way that that looks. And I don't know if there's really much journaling for this, but this would be a great spot if you scrap lift for some journaling. Or you could have this pull out for some journaling as well. As you can see, we spend lots of time at the beach in the summer. So here's another one, 2-page layout. Oh, I can't remember what this collection is. I have quite a bit of it. It's an old Echo Park collection, but I bought a ton of it because of, one, the colors, and two, the icons are more on the masculine side, and I thought it was perfect for my boys. There's actually swim trunks, which you don't see all the time, and so I did kind of go crazy with that collection initially. This here is actually a border cut apart, and I just have it cut down, not really the middle, but cut so that it's my title. And just lots of layers, lots of pattern papers, but I feel like it works. Nothing is overpowering. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern papers, but yet I don't feel like it's too busy. I think with the photos kind of centered in the middle, that helps kind of play down the pattern papers a little bit. So just did a small cluster down here, and then a couple over on page 1. All right, this is the Evergreen collection from Close to My Heart. I'm loving it, and I'm trying to convince myself I don't need more, even though I pretty much used up what I had from this collection. So I can't fully take credit for this layout. I did scrap lift it from the current catalog. I just love the way that it looked. So lots of different circles or circular pieces down the side, kind of where I got the idea for that triangle layout as well. And then just staggered my two photos, my title. They had, I think, tags over here, but I didn't want to cut up my tag. And so I ended up adding just some more circles over here, and then maybe some journaling down here. That's what they had in their layout. This one here, I kind of scrap lifted as well, but in the catalog, they used the other Silver Bells collection, and they actually had their photo down and their journaling on top. So again, the Evergreen collection, just a beautiful color scheme for the outdoors. So just have my 2 photos here. I did take a chance and stamp right on my layout. It felt like it needed kind of a bigger title at the top, and so that's what I did there. I'll journal here a little bit, and then yeah, I just used some of the embellishments. They are some die cuts. So there is like a French vanilla die cut and then the brown die cuts as well. These actually were French vanilla, but I used my pine and blended them so they ended up green. And the last one this month from the collection, hopefully I can finagle what I have left into more layouts, because I really like it. So 2-page layout here. Love this outside paper. I don't usually love the pattern papers, but this one's just really pretty and really kind of a subtle pattern, I guess. Love this. I think is my favorite paper from the collection. So I just had that go all the way across the middle, made a grid kind of, and I will do my journaling in this spot here. Again, it's the snowflake die is retired, unfortunately, from last year. So I just cut out a bunch in the pine and, is it not jade? No, sage. I think it's sage. Sage. And then these are the embellishments that you can buy from the pack, as well as this. I blended the stamp too that was initially French vanilla, and then added this one too from the embellishment pack as well. Did some blending just so this wasn't kind of French vanilla on French vanilla, and I feel like it just helps it pop out a little bit more. All right, and then I did actually scrap lift this one as well out of the current catalog, but I used the Christmas collection from the last catalog instead. I thought it would be perfect with my Christmas tree photos, and so I cut out a bunch of the thin cuts. I stamped, and I even did one using the layered stencil. You can get the pieces separate or you can get them in a bundle, and I do think it's going to be a top seller. So if it is in stock, definitely jump on it. It was just really fun to create. This here, I stamped right on the layout as well, and just thought it was the perfect title. And then these are some stamps and thin cuts from the catalog last catalog. So I don't know if these are available. If they are, I'll try to remember to link it down below. And then just a teeny tiny cluster over here and a flare from Scrap and Happy Studio. This one here I did off camera. This is the Willow collection from One Canoe 2. I have so much of it, but I think it's just beautiful and love the way that it matches. I wear this camo shirt often. Actually, this is funny. I have these photos here that I want to scrapbook. My sister's got the color on. I've got that camo tank on again. Completely different trips. But I want to try to use the Willow collection, I think, too. Especially this pirate's got that kind of maroon. There's some maroon in the collection. Anyways, off topic. Ripped my paper, kind of come down to a point a little bit, and just have my photos side by side. Having it come down to a point allowed me to kind of bring my embellishments down as well. So find joy in the ordinary. And then I did actually add a journaling spot here. So just a little bit of a journaling. Yeah, I'll only be able to do a little bit, but that's okay. Cut my frame. Just felt like it would be a good kind of place for that bird. No rhyme or reason with the birds, but I had them. They matched the color scheme, so I used them. And then brought in that dark paper at the top again and just added a small cluster up top. Oh man, you guys need to get your hands on the Discover and Create collection from Vicki Boutin. It is beautiful. I love the colors. I knew when I saw the pencil paper what I wanted to do, or at least knew I wanted a school layout. So I ended up really just bringing my photos across the page and then layering some paper here, and then layering, this is one of the papery papers. Is so thin, so if you're expecting something thicker, the papery is not thick at all. And then that same pack comes with washi stickers, so that's what these are down here. I added the scallops as well. Lots of layering pieces with kind of school materials, pens, rulers, scissors, and whatnot. And then Scrap and Happy Studio has a whole, actually it's right here, has a whole box. It was the October box of flares that match the collection. So I definitely used a few of them on this layout, 3 I believe. There is this heart at the top, and this Let's Discover Things, and then this. So definitely a fun layout to create. And then same collection. This was the splash pad during COVID. That must have been 2020. And so I just tried to find things that were kind of not funny, but I just wanted to document it. So Better Days Ahead was a perfect title. Focus on the good and it gets better. Just thought that was kind of appropriate too for those times. I used a lot of that washi again. This is the washi sticker, and I love how it's right on the page. This too, a foam floral. These are washi. This background one is washi. So definitely a fun pack. But again, the papery is very, very thin. So again, just have kind of the diagonal here with my title to the side and some like floral clusters. And lastly for the month, lastly for the month, threw this one together. Most of it's from Camp Happy Bear by Photo Play. Kind of made a grid with my photos here. My title is kind of separated, but hard work pays off. So here he's building the fire. Here he's enjoying the s'mores from the fire he built. Embellishing this one was hard for me. So I put an embellishment in the center here and added at the end a little one at the top. But then this page, I just didn't know, like the hard work fit so nice over here. This was just a super large space for the pays off. So I did add this other pattern paper into a flag. Still think there's too much open space. I just don't know what to add. But then I did have these fun things. Oh, is it Doodlebug? Yes, the shaker pops from Doodlebug. So the s'mores shaker pops. So I thought those were really cute. And then they had some marshmallows that stand up. And then I just added a cut apart to the right of the layout up here. So that is what I got accomplished in November. I am going to have to work hard and work ahead in December. We have some exciting plans. We are going to Disney in the middle of the month. So I'm going to work hard to, have a bunch of layouts done before we leave so I can get them up on my channel. The boys don't know it's their Christmas present, so we're surprising them. So get ready for lots of Disney layouts in the near future. I can't wait. So I hope you guys enjoyed this month, and definitely stick around this in December because there will be lots of good layouts coming up ahead. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.